Hello, the Keto family, welcome back. Today we're going to be making stuffed pepper omelets. If this is your first time with us, don't forget, hit the subscribe button below and the bell icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. Let's get started, guys. Alright, lovelies, as a reminder, everything I'm using today is going to be listed down in the description below. And then at the end of the video will be a nutritional information card so you know the macro breakdown for this. So I don't know about you guys, but my family has gotten tired of the bacon and eggs breakfast. So I've been trying a lot of different recipes. I've got my sausage and biscuits, which is actually chaffles. That was a big hit, but you can only eat that so many times in a row before you get tired of it as well. So I've been trying a couple different things out, and this stuffed pepper omelet is absolutely divine. You've got to try this out. It does take about 45 minutes to cook in the oven, so I find it's a better kind of a brunch recipe. But to shorten that time a bit, you can also make this in the air fryer. It takes about 30 minutes that way. It's just my air fryer is kind of small, and so I can't get all this to fit in it, so I had to make it in the oven. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how it's done. So we are going to be using our stand mixer today. Of course, you can use a hand mixer as well. I don't know if you can make it without a mixer. I haven't tried that. I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese that's been softened. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in. Now, I know if you're making something for breakfast, having softened cream cheese on hand can be a bit of a challenge. So I softened mine in the microwave. I think I put this in for about 20 or 30 seconds. It softened it up just fine. Just make sure you take it out of the wrapper first. You don't want to put that aluminum wrapper in the microwave. That would be a mistake. All right, now we're just going to mix that cream cheese for about a minute or two until it gets pretty light and fluffy. Alright, so we got that cream cheese all nice and fluffy, and to that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, a 1/4 cup of finely shredded Parmesan cheese. You can also use grated Parmesan cheese here. I just wouldn't use the thickly shredded one. I have a 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese, and then I got my seasonings. I got a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, and I've got 1 teaspoon of fresh parsley. If you're using dried parsley, cut that back to be 1/2 teaspoon. I got a beautiful parsley plant out the back door, and I just can't resist going out and snipping off a little bunch of it and cutting up with some scissors. All right, we're gonna mix that together. All right, next up I have 6 eggs. I've already lightly beaten them with a fork. Now if you wanted to at this point, you can also add something like broccoli to this. I would just steam it ahead of time for, just a few minutes to get the worst of the crunch out of it, maybe 5 minutes in the steamer. I didn't want to do that. So all right, we're going to mix all this together. Alright, now that is all mixed together really good, make sure you scrape down the sides and the bottom so that none of the cream cheese stuck to it. Alright, so I just have a baking sheet that's been lined with aluminum foil here. I do that because it makes easy cleanup. And then I got 2 peppers here. I halved them and then scooped out the inside to make a nice little bowl with it. And there's the green still on there. That's because if I cut that off, all day I would have run out of that. So to keep it bowl shaped, I left that on there. So I'm just going to scoop out to make sure I got a 1/4 measuring cup here, 1/4 cup measuring cup. So I'm just going to scoop this out and fill a little pepper bowls. So one of my peppers, it doesn't want to stand up straight. It wants to tilt to the side. So I just got a little bit of aluminum foil. I'm going to wad up and stick on this side to keep it from tipping over. And that is it for these guys. All we got to do now is we're going to put them in the oven. I've already have it preheated at 375. These will cook for 45 minutes. And if you want to cook these in the air fryer, preheat your air fryer to 350 and you can cook them for 30 minutes in that. It's just unfortunately, mine's a little tiny one, so I can't. Alright guys, I'll see y'all back in 45 minutes. Alright guys and gals, so these just came out of the oven and they look absolutely amazing. There you go. When they first came out, those eggs had poofed up a good bit, but as they've cooled off the last 2 or 3 minutes, it's simmered down just a little bit. Still hot, but let's see. Let's maybe one of these out for you. Voila! Perfectly done. Now to change this up, you can do pretty much anything you want to this. You can add different vegetables, whether it be spinach, broccoli, what have you. Proteins if you want to add any meat to it. I like to top these with a little bit of avocado, maybe some cheddar cheese. My husband loves to put salsa on his. So your imagination has a limit with these, but this is just a great little way to mix up breakfast, brunch, what have you. So you don't get stuck on the same old bacon and eggs routine. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget, leave me a thumbs up down below. And feel free to share this recipe with anybody you know can use a great non-bacon and eggs breakfast recipe. Until next time, guys. Bye.